Welcome to the Mindful Mama Movement podcast. I'm Shannon Kinney-Dew, creator of AFreeSpiritLife.com.
And I'm Ashley Walburn, owner of Home Holistic. And together, we are bringing you the Mindful Mama Movement.
Mindful mothering is about nurturing your heart and soul while you nurture your children. It's about consciously awakening to your inner wisdom and being peacefully present as a mama, no matter where you are on your journey. Our movement is empowering mamas to be authentic and to live inspired lives. We are so happy you're here.
To be free, to feel free, to be free.
So, welcome to the Mindful Mama Movement. Okay, mamas?
Hello.
Hey everybody, it is Shannon
And Ashley.
and we are checking in with you, episode 11.
11.
Wow. We have no plans necessarily for this show except to just chat. We wanted to really just celebrate where we're at. We have 10 shows out there now, a really growing Facebook page, and just an amazing, amazing community. We are just feeling so much gratitude for all of you, for listening to our show, for all the feedback and comments. And so we're just here, first of all, just to simply say thank you.
Thank you. We have had so much fun and have learned so much. And everybody that we have podcasted with, interviewed, has been so generous just with their time and with sharing their stories and their hearts. And we would just like to take a moment to thank everybody, not only who is listening, but everybody who has so generously been interviewed so far.
Yeah, and we've been talking about how effortless this project is for us. Like not even several, 4 months ago, we decided we were going to do a podcast. And anyone we ask for help, for suggestions to be on the show, it's just been effortless, really.
Yeah, everybody said yes so far. So we're just really grateful for it because, it was just, it was a dream. And Shannon and I knew that starting this would be a really great balance to our lives and to our careers and just a way to reach more people. And what's really happened is that we are learning so much from everybody that we're interviewing. My favorite part so far is re-listening to the interviews. So when I'm cooking or I'm taking a bath or I'm driving in the car, that I'm listening to our podcasts and intentionally I'm doing it as a listener. And I try to not critique, my voice or Shannon's voice or think about it in any way other than, what if I was just listening to this podcast? And I have loved every single one of them. And I just was telling Shannon, I'm learning so much that I have my notebook out and I'm writing down things like, I need to tell my sister this, or, I'm working with a couple and that I think this quote would be really amazing, to help so-and-so on their journey. And so I have loved also being a receiver of the Mindful Mama movement.
Yes. It's kind of funny though. We did kind of critique our first couple shows only because we were just figuring stuff out. And there was at one point, I think it's show 2 where I introduce you and I'm like, hi, Ashley.
Like she's never used that voice before. Like how that happened. I don't know.
And so I think we're finally feeling, when I say effortless, this is a lot of work and putting it together, but it just feels right. Mm-hmm. It just feels like we're kind of finding our groove, and we're kind of obsessed about it still. I love doing it. I love talking with the women that we're learning from. And so tell me, where's your favorite spot? Because I'm listening to the podcast over too. And where's your favorite spot to listen to a podcast? Or what you're doing?
I think that I really like when I'm cooking the most, which to be honest with you, if my family heard me say that, they would laugh so hard because I really don't cook very often since opening Home Holistic, like maybe once a week. But sometimes I, kind of cook. But when I'm in the kitchen and it's on and I've got my notebook out, my kids are there and everybody's listening together, my kids have been just like really interested, which has been interesting that it's like the mindful family movement also. But my very favorite thing that has happened so far is I was in the car and I was listening to Karen Mason Miller's podcast, and
Episode 8.
Episode 8. And she was talking about, just parenting. And she's a 17-year-old and just talking about the teenage years and some things that she's learned. And my son's almost 15, Ben. And he was in the front seat and I just picked him up from high school. And she was talking and he like reached over and grabbed my hand, like off the steering wheel, grabbed my hand to hold it while we were listening. And I just thought, ooh, this is really good. This is really good. And what she was talking about was that she's just always available instead of, kind of barreling into her daughter's room to talk about, what's going on in her life, that she's just available. And so she's, sitting in her chair, sitting in her bed, but her daughter knows she can always come to her with anything. And that's when he grabbed my hand and I thought, oh my God, it was a sweet, sweet, like I know I'll look back on that moment just of parenting with him that, it was way better than, listening to country music.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he was giving you that secret sign, like I like this, Mom. I want to try.
Yeah,
this.
and I want, so now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is he like, I wish you would do that. Like, you should practice that. Or he's holding my hand like, that's what we practice at our house. I'm not sure.
Well, either way.
There was a message. I know.
Well, I love listening to podcasts when I'm folding clothes because then it feels like it's fun. I dump just like piles of laundry on the floor and I can kind of like get whisked away a little bit. So that's been a fun time. Or in the car pickup line is always good.
Shannon does a lot of driving. That 2 boys are at 2 different schools, and so a lot of time in the car.
Yeah. So it's funny. I just recorded the boys. I'm going to show you this after. And I'll put it in the show notes, actually, because my 6-year-old and 3-year-old just imitated us and did their own Mindful Mama introduction video. And so, especially my 6-year-old, he's really into lyrics and quotes. He memorizes things, and he loves to imitate. So I always hear him, I'm Shannon with the Mindful Mama Movement, and this is Ashley Wahlberg.
I love it. When we first started, I think our very first live video, and he's a shy boy, that he like snuck in and we could see his little face, and he said, freespiritlife.com. I love it. It was so great.
I trained them well.
I know, right?
Well, let's talk about one of the things that has been really great for me personally is that so much what I've done over the last 7 years has been online. And so as much as I've connected with my community online, I have been ready to get back into the studio and to be more face-to-face with people too. And so that has been a gift for me from the podcast. And Ashley and I have created our first MiniRetreat. What's going to be our first in-person retreat at Home Holistic. And we will share all the details in the link in the show notes. But if you go to mindfulmamamovement.com/retreat, you can see all the details there. But we are really excited. This is kind of a culmination or like a little mini version of our online course, Making Space, Feeling Peace, and Finding You. And I think we all, especially this time of year, like are longing for just that stillness, that slowing down and just finding that peaceful place. But to do it in community, to do it with other like-minded women, that is really going to be exciting. So tell them a little bit about just, well, first of all, where is Home Holistic for those who are not local?
Home Holistic is in Old Overland Park, which is just a little historic community in Kansas City. And we are located at 7927 Floyd Street, which is basically 1 block west of Metcalf and 80th Streets. And we have at Home Holistic, it's a therapy center. So we have yoga here, and that is where in our yoga studios where we'll be, but we'll really have full use of the space during our time. And so we've got counseling rooms and like meditation areas. And then we have, if you have time during that day, we also have acupuncture and massage therapy, and you could do an add-on before or after also with our therapists here.
Can we spend the night?
We should. Sometimes when it's late, we have a bunch of sofas here. And then like a lot of massage tables. A lot of times that I'll be like, I don't have any laundry here. I can just stay and not do anything.
That would be awesome.
I know.
Do a massage and then just plan to spend the night.
I know.
It'd be kind of scary. So no, it won't be a sleepover, but it is a full half day. It's from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and we would love for you to come. It is pre-registration, so just check out the website to sign up and save your spot. It is limited, so we don't have a lot of space. So if you really are interested, we do want you to sign up ahead of time.
And if we, if you decide last minute to come, it's okay. That we really want you to come, that there'll be enough space. But we also are creating packets for everyone. And so just in order to be able to really have all of the supplies that you need, if we knew 1 week in advance, I would say by like December 3rd or 4th, that'll give us time to make sure that we have everything. But
so we're going to go over a lot of different topics, but it's really about making space for you to restore, to renew, to rejuvenate. It's a retreat. So we're going to do some yoga, guided meditation. Yes, baby. I want a hug. So my babe's here to give me a hug. We're going to give you hugs at the retreat. Thank you, sweetie pie.
Just little Grayson. Yeah. Do you want to say hi to our Mindful Mama movement?
You want to say hi?
You want to say hi? You can say hi in the mic.
Say hi. Yeah,
oh, he's waving. He's waving.
Oh, thank you, baby. So yeah, we're excited. And when you sign up, you'll also get a little self-care package with a journal and a pen and some other fun things. So yeah.
And we are planning more retreats in the future. And this mini retreat is really just a mini version of a really good getaway. And if you're local or if it's a reasonable drive for you to get here, our intention behind this retreat is really helping us get set for the holidays. And so what I believe just so strongly is that the greatest gift that we give our families is ourselves. And it also gives them permission to do the same, that we don't get so wrapped up in, have we made all the bread pudding or whatever it is, that, or have we bought all the right gifts, that what I know, and if you look back on your holiday season growing up, that our greatest memories are with family. And sometimes the holidays, we don't remember one gift we got, that we really remember laughing and playing games, having a fire, and just really giving you some tools to do that a little bit easier.
Yes, I think it's so easy. You all know, like we count down the days and we start to get swept away by that anxiety of what has to get done. And if we can just kind of take a pause, we can really prepare ourselves to stay grounded. And I think it's just helpful to do that together. And also, I love this time of year, not only to really practice being present during the holidays, but also to prepare for the new year. I love the new year. I think it's a really great time, especially right after Christmas, before New Year's. I always feel like I just want to do some self-reflection. I want to journal. I want to get ready for where I want to go in my life, what I've learned. And we're going to practice some of those tools at the retreat to get us ready for the new year.
Yeah. I am excited to be in person with as many of you as we can get in here, and just do more of what we're doing, but in a little bit more of a connected way. One of my favorite quotes someone said to me was that we heal the wounds of our mothers that came before us when we come together with women in circles. And I believe that. I believe that, we possibly, if we can really connect with ourselves, can be the mothers that we dreamed of.
I love that. I love that. That's why we're doing this, right? So if you want to give a gift to yourself, check out the website. If you want to suggest this as a gift for yourself, you can ask your family members to gift you the retreat, and there are gift certificates available as well on the website. So if you are not local, we so appreciate all of you. You can still join us on the Mindful Mama Movement group page and Facebook, where we are connecting in circle there. We will be planning some things online to offer you after the new year. Also, many of you know that at afreespiritlife.com, I run a monthly circle online. It's called the Live Freely Circle. In the month of December, our theme is Return to Stillness. So if you want more details on what that is, it's more of a virtual support creativity group online, and you can check out those details at afreespiritlife.com. So we are just having fun kind of randomly seeing where this goes. We thank all of you for being a part of the Mindful Mama movement. We thank you for all your suggestions. If you have a guest in mind or a topic or a question that you hope that we talk about on the show, post that in Facebook, or you can email us info@mindfulmamamovement.com. How old? I'm going to tell them a little bit about Patreon.
I will. So we have just had a lot of women who really have reached out and said that they want to help. And there are a lot of costs associated with producing the Mindful Mama movement or any podcast. And so Patreon is a site, and Shannon will better explain how to get to it. It's available on mindfulmamamovement.com, and information is also on our Facebook page. But they're monthly gifts, and you can do as little as $1 a month to help, and you can do as much as, let's just say you can do $1 million a month if you want to. But you can do anywhere in between those two numbers. And with that, gets you different levels of support, gives you different.
Yes, exactly. It's like a monthly pledge. It's a really great way. This is a labor of love for us, so we're not making any money. We want to continue the show, and we have people locally and some even online who are volunteering their time right now because they want to be a part of the movement, and they're helping us spread the word. But also, we would love your support through Patreon, which is like a monthly donation. So if you donate $5 a month, you get a subscription to our monthly newsletter, which will have some healthy recipes. We'll talk about mindful eating. We'll share some life coaching tips, a yoga pose. It's going to be really just a fun Mindful Mama newsletter that you can receive for as little as $5 a month. And then we have different pledges that you can make, where you can get a guided meditation or even a t-shirt or even a spot on our podcast. So we will leave all of those details again in the show notes, but all you have to do is go to mindfulmamamovement.com and click to donate, and you'll see all the information there, where you will become part of our Mindful Mama Movement team.
Great.
Yeah. So it's Thanksgiving. What are your plans?
Oh my gosh. Well, Thanksgiving, sometimes I host, sometimes we go to my mother's in Emporia, Kansas. And I think this year that is what we are doing. We are traveling to be with them. And Thanksgiving is just a lot of family for me, with all the cousins. And I would say I don't really like any of the food on Thanksgiving. Really? I never have. It is not
favorite.
Well, that's not true. My aunt makes sweet potatoes like nobody else. That they really are like I could eat the whole thing. And so my Aunt Ginger makes really amazing sweet potatoes. But I just love like sitting with my siblings and hopefully not talking about politics, but just like being together. And my kids just love being with their cousins. How about you? What are you guys doing?
We are normally in town with my family, but this year we're actually heading up to the North Woods and we're doing a long road trip. I don't think we've been like driving for a full day like that for with the kids quite in a while. So hopefully we'll make it in one day, but it might take us two. And I'm really excited. It's all of Chris's family, and this will give them a time to have cousin time that they have. There's some cousins they have not even met Grayson yet. Yeah, so a lot of good food. Chris's stepdad is a gourmet chef.
Oh.
And so I'm sure
I'm coming to the North Woods.
The Jew family. They will spoil us for sure. So, and they do a lot of different things too. Like not just, our family's like traditional, like mashed potatoes, but they always do like really good Brussels sprouts and just like, yummy appetizers and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. And I actually really like preparing the food. Usually what we do is we make like our mini meal at home. So we have all the leftovers. And I like doing all that, but I am looking forward to really not having that responsibility at all. And we can just
not
play.
Hosting.
Yeah, exactly. Play and eat. So and pumpkin pie is my favorite, for sure.
Yeah. I would just offer for all of you just to think about as you move into Thanksgiving, truly what it is for you. Like, what are your favorite memories of Thanksgiving as a child or as an adult? And for some of us, holidays just like really aren't that great, that the memories aren't that great, and how you can really receive gratitude and give gratitude in whichever way. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to spend a holiday. But what are you thankful for? And then really sharing that and sharing yourself with your family and your friends or your pets.
Yeah, I like thinking of this time of year as giving thanks. Like I love the gratitude practice. I think if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling a little sadness about the holidays, I think always returning to that place of gratitude is powerful practice. But I also love thinking about as giving thanks. Like who can you be really thankful to and say it, to your postal worker, to the barista at the coffee shop, to anyone that's in your life, or is there somebody that you want to reach out to that you've always, I need to thank that person, but you haven't? Today's the day to give them a call or send them a text or, write them a letter. But I like, because I do that a lot throughout the year. I think about, I need to reach out to this person, or I want to, and instead it's like, just remember, who do you want to give thanks to, and really take that pause and do it. Yeah. So we're giving thanks to you all. Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for helping us continue to grow this podcast. We have many more shows planned for you.
We're excited and grateful. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our Facebook community.
And hopefully at the retreat.
Hopefully at the retreat.
Okay, see you soon. Bye.